What time is it? Prime time. Prime time is by far the best time to have a really good conversation if you want to buy a house. We are three real estate investors on a mission to show you how to become a better communicator. Grab your notebook, grab a pen, grab some chips, grab some dip, because you are in for a treat. How are you feeling today, Jamar?
Cool, man. Ready to get going, man.
Okay. What about you, Carlos?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to
Man,
go.
I'm ready to go too. I know you guys got a treat for me and the whole audience. Who wants to start jumping in with the calls today?
I'm gonna set the tone for this guy Jamar over here.
I like
Okay.
that.
Gotcha,
I
gotcha.
like that.
Let
What
me
you got for me
set,
today?
let me see if I can set the tone over here for you.
Okay, what you got?
We're gonna see. Uh, I'm on 72.
72.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's get it going. I hope we get a good conversation today.
Oh,
We can
it's prime time.
possibly make some.
Sharon, how you doing? This is Carlos speaking. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, reason for my call, I had a partner of mine that said that you had a piece of land or a house that you were thinking about selling. I wanted to give you a call before I head out. Is that the case, or did you already sell that already?
What property were they referring to? I mean, I have two.
Oh, okay, okay. It's the property on Norfolk.
Yes.
Yeah, so they pretty much mentioned that I guess you at a point in time you thought about selling this or something like that. I just kind of wanted to see if that was still the case or if you sold it or what was going on
So
with that.
I'm still. It's a rental property now. So yes, I'm still thinking about selling.
Okay, when you say thinking about it, how come you thinking about it?
Because I don't have an offer. So I mean, I'm not. It's not. I have a renter, and it's no. I don't have to sell. So it's a thought because I don't have a firm offer.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I ain't the only person that's calling you. Nobody has sat down and gave you an offer yet?
No, I've had people want to buy cash properties, and I'm pretty much looking at market value.
Okay.
It's in good. I mean, I have a renter in there, and it's in good condition.
Okay, so you got a renter in there. You're pretty much looking at, I guess, a market value offer. Is that pretty much correct? What I'm getting from you?
Yes.
Well, I mean, usually most of the time when sellers are usually looking for market value, they usually just, I guess, go to the MLS or hire an agent or stuff like that. I'm curious, why haven't you, I guess, took those steps yet?
Well, it just hadn't been. It's not a big concern. I mean, I'll sell if an offer comes. If not, I'll hold on to it. It's a great property. It's in a great location, and so there's not a concern. There's not a big issue there. Renters in there are making money off it. So yeah, I mean, if I really get ready to sell, I will put it on the market. It's not a urgency there.
That tenant ain't been that much of a thorn in your side, I see, huh?
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, if it sounds like for you, if it's something that you could, I guess, unload, you would. But I mean, you're making money off of it, so it's not a necessity for you.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Okay. I guess I mean, how much are you looking to sell it, anyways?
Um, the market value on it was running right at 400,000.
400,000. Okay.
It built in 1999, almost 3,000 square feet, 2995, with 4-bedroom, formal living, office. So it's a big property.
Okay, and you came up with 400 grand. I guess you looked at Zillow or something like that, right? Or you had a
And then I do look at Zillow, and I do know I look at the market and what sells in the neighborhood.
Okay. So you already you ain't new to the game. You true to the game. I get it. I get it. So I'm just looking at some numbers here. Me being I'm pretty sure you heard this spiel already. Me being a cash investor, I'm gonna look to want to come in at a little bit of discount, but I don't think that's something that you would be interested in right now.
Right.
Say that again.
I said correct.
Okay. Now, I guess if I were to be able to come up to that, I guess 400 grand, would you be open to taking some now and some later, or nah?
What do you mean some now and some later?
Well,
Finance, what are you talking?
Yeah, pretty much owner finance, something similar to that nature.
So you're saying, I'm not really sure how. I mean, are you saying now, like after the sale, or once you sell again, or how far are you saying carry the note?
I guess the better question would be is how long would you be willing to carry the note?
I don't know that I am at this point, because I would probably buy another property and the way the market is this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know that I would carry it.
Okay, so with you buying, I guess another property, what does that look like for you? Are you plan on buying it cash? You planning on financing it? What does that look like?
I would probably finance it later. I have another property in Oklahoma, so it's not a rush deal.
Exactly. So, usually when most people, I guess, go finance another property, well, let me step back. I'm moving too fast. Is this property free and clear, the one we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not on your I guess credit profile. So if we were, because I know you're thinking about buying another property, if we were to be able to, I guess, give you your down payment for that other house, you probably still wouldn't be interested in carrying the note, would you?
No.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would be buying a retirement home, so it would be, a really nice property, and with the value at what they are, it's going to be healthy. It's going to be pretty. Yeah. So no, I wouldn't be interested.
Okay, that makes sense. I totally get it. Hey, I like I said, I did want to give you a call. It seems like right now, you making buku money. You don't need to sell this, and you can always just put it on the MLS at the same time.
Right. Okay.
Exactly. Well, I definitely appreciate your time. You got anything else besides this one that you're thinking about selling that I could probably buy off of you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate your time, Sharon.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye. Was I on mute, or were y'all able to hear me? I think you're on mute now.
Yeah, I got my mic on mute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, boom. That's what it is. It's a good call.
Yeah, I feel as if I jumped the gun. There's a lot more things I could have. So she told me that she has a tenant in it, right? And she wanted to sell. I never really got to the point of as to why. Like, you got a tenant in it, you making money and all that other stuff. Like, why is it even a thought that you want to sell, right?
Mhm.
And
I was waiting on you to go there.
as soon as I like got past that, I mean, as soon as I hung up the phone, I was like, dang, I missed so much that I could have jumped on.
Mhm.
I could have jumped on. But
Also, she was talking about selling her and selling this property. If she did, she'll sell this property and buy a home for her to live in. I probably would have asked, why would you sell your investment property
mhm.
for a house that doesn't give you any income? I mean, or I probably would have circled back to the beginning when she first originally bought this house. What was her plan? Was her plan to rent it out and use it as investment?
Mhm.
I would have found that out and find out why she was selling investment to buy a home and live in.
Exactly.
Like,
And that's
is
go
that
ahead.
not doing that for now?
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm like, as soon as I hung up the phone, I was like, dang, I done missed so many. But that's what happens
Man,
sometimes when you're in the driver's seat, man.
it
Good
happens.
conversation, but not how. I could have done a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, it happens in the driver's seat, man. You're trying to listen to so much, and try to take so much in that you hear some things, but you hear it and you miss it because you're thinking about something else that you've heard too, and it's just hard to keep everything, take everything in, and use it to your advantage sometimes.
Exactly.
You have a second.
She opened so many doors, I feel, and I was like, dang.
But that's why we do what we do, right? So you can look back, look at this, and next time you're in a situation like that, you can move. It's a millimeter of a second to make a decision. And that's what it's all about. Making calls, listening to your calls, and getting better. Really.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't
call.
see what the
Comps.
numbers were. Were they?
Okay.
Was she pretty? Was she around the same
400
range?
from this shit. I don't know how good this shit is. Remember we in Texas.
Okay.
She said 400. Comps are 5. So you can't see it, right? It's too small.
You can barely see it. Yeah.
You can barely see it. Okay. So this is 5. I should have just did like this. Can you still see it?
Yeah, I see it better. I see it.
Yeah.
Sold for
better.
561.
Jesus.
This one right here is listed. It's being listed for 469. So she said she wanted 400.
Mm-hmm.
This one's 470. And because we in Texas, I'm not sure how accurate this shit is.
This is somebody I definitely I'm gonna keep on the follow up. Just check back in with her to see like what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So let me get one in, man. Let me see what I can do with one.
My man's ready to go.
Let me
Itching.
call.
Itching.
Let's go.
Let me see if I'm dealing with a house or.
You also know you have to click back and forth, right? When you're looking at it.
This look like a school. I ain't calling this.
Let me see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call that one. Yeah, I ain't even trying to have a conversation about no school.
You don't want to buy a school?
Nope.
And for those out there, this is definitely the leads that we're calling today is leads that's given to us by people, friends, other investors that we are cool with. So if you got any leads and stuff like that, you don't have the time, the patience, you don't know how to have these conversations, and you want us to call them, hit us up. We'll for sure call them. We'll call them on live on our Primetime Tuesday and Thursday dials.
I mean, I got a question for you, man. If if I'm an investor and I'm beginner and I have some leads I want to put in, what's the best way to have you guys call my leads?
You could reach out to us. I can for sure, I guess, put my number in here. Please don't blow me up. I'm just playing. But I can put my number on here, or you can find me on Facebook, and we can definitely, get your leads and make the calls. We're on live, so you're gonna see us actually making these calls. So
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the ways.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we could set up other web forms and all that fancy schmancy stuff to that they could be submitted and stuff too.
We might even bring you on the show. Come on the show. You can
You for sure got to come on the show if it's your leads.
You can talk about your lead and where you got it if you made the phone call, and you know what I mean, and we'll get it done for you. We love creative deals. We love deals with problems. Maybe you got one seller locked up and the other relative or family member.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey,
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
doing okay.
Great. Hey, I wanted to chat with you real fast. Well, if I tell you I'm a real estate investor, would you hang up on me?
If you told me that you were what?
Real estate investor, would you hang up on me?
No, I wouldn't hang up on you.
Well, thank you so much. I am one.
Do most people hang up on you?
I get quite a few hang-ups, yes.
Oh, that's sad.
I guess it's part of the business. I signed up for it. Right. So I was reaching out to you. I see this place here. Just
Herman Street?
yes.
Herman, okay.
Yes, just wondering if you have any interest in selling. Probably not, right?
No, I mean, for the right price, I would. It was actually a building that my husband had. He refurbished old antique fire trucks,
Mm-hmm.
and he died in 2019. And I don't, I don't have any use for it. I had trouble getting rid of it at first, but I'm not feeling that way anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, for the right amount of money, I would be willing to discuss it.
Okay. What's that right amount?
Well, I know that before COVID hit, and offered me 50, and I was thinking about accepting it, and then I did some research, and I ended up telling them 70, and we actually had a closing date, and the guy sold his house that was already paid for, and went into a cocaine-induced 6-month coma, basically.
Oh, man.
And spent the money that he was supposed to have bought that from me. So somewhere between 70 and maybe 90 is kind of what I'm wanting.
Got it. Okay. And so I'm looking at this. Well, let me back up. I'm here.
You know it's not a house.
I know. I'm looking at it right now. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm using Google to help me out.
Okay.
Thank God for Google. So curious question, because I was looking for some land there in Texas to buy, possibly to do something with. What's the best thing you think to do with this project?
Well, that's the thing that's so crazy about it. It is considered to be not commercial.
Okay.
But immediately next door to it is an apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately in front of it is a Maytag dealer business.
Right.
And there's a restaurant on the other side of the apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
So I had looked into some information about how to make it commercial. There is a house on that other side, but it's a little rent house that belongs to someone else, and it has a very, very, very frequent turnover.
I'm going to say we have owned that piece since the 90s, and I bet there's been 30, 35 renters in that place in that length of time.
Geesh. What's causing the turnover so much there?
Oh, it's kind of a shady real estate agent. I mean, a landlord who doesn't want to do upkeep. And so it's people who are desperate for a place to go, and they get in, and then they see what shape the house is in, and they want to get out. It looks okay from the road. It looks okay from the road. It's not a beautiful house. It's like a little kind of little wood frame house. But so I mean, really, I think you could go either way. The building that's there currently, we're talking about storage. We're talking about maybe a mechanic repair shop. It has electricity. It could have its water, city water and sewage, but it has never been, the line runs on the easement, but my husband chose to never hook into it.
Right.
And he just, when he was working, if he needed to go to the restroom, he just went to the Maytag dealer. They were free. So, but it wouldn't take much to get it to where it would have water and sewage too.
Right. And put a little bathroom in it. How much you think it would have run for me to, if I was to take this to kind of do those little
couple thousand.
Couple thousand.
Well, yeah, a couple of thousand, I think.
Okay.
Maybe $4,000 for all of it.
Right.
I had some plumbing done at my house, and it was just, well, maybe it was a little more than that. Maybe $5,000. $5,000 would be my guess. Yeah.
Right. So, you thinking using this as just keeping it where it is, using it as a garage? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or tear it down and build a house on it.
Tear it down and build a house. Well, let me ask this. I mean, it being your husband's, looks like it was kind of his pride and joy. I see you got the A&M stuff on it. And
yeah.
It being his pride and joy, would you have any offense if I thought of doing that to it?
No. I mean, once you bought it, it's yours. You can do whatever you want to. There have been many graduation photographs taken there. There's been many wedding photographs taken there. But yeah, it's it's a pole barn. It doesn't have. He has a heater out there, but it's it's not like airtight or anything like that. It's like a pole barn.
Right.
So,
sounds like you got a bunch of memories there.
Lots and lots of memories. He actually built that whole thing from scratch himself.
And man, you just just give it up. I mean, I know prices steady going up every year.
I'm 67 years old.
Oh, that's young.
I've got a house. I've got that piece of property. I've got another piece of property that I have owner finance for someone, and I've got 2 rent houses that I have owner finance for somebody. And I'm tired of fooling with it, to tell you the truth. My house is a old house in the middle of town. It's like a 1930 home, and I've done things to it, but I'm to a point where I really need to gut my kitchen and redo it, and so I'm just kind of ready to do what needs to be done to make my life easier. So
yeah, what are some of the? I know you say you're tired of dealing with it, man. What are some of the challenges you're having with this one in particular?
Just for 2 years, it was just the memory. I mean, every time I drove by, I cried. And then he died in August, and and like I told you, we'd owned it since the 90s. And he was the fire marshal here in this little town. And so everybody knew him, and he was down there all the time, piddling and doing different things. And when he died, I mean, there was a big funeral with fire trucks in the funeral procession, and people were out on the street saluting him as his body was on a fire truck, and it went through town. And then people knew that he was dead, and I wasn't going down there. And somebody broke in and stole probably $25,000 worth of tools and equipment. And I installed some security stuff, and then I had a young man that was kind of a cabinet maker. He was down there for a couple of years during COVID, running his little business. And then he's the one that wanted to buy it and had planned to convert it into like an apartment plus a shop where he could run his cabinet making business.
Right.
And he'd had some addiction issues, like 20 years ago, but he sold that house and he went through that money in less than 6 months.
Right.
Now he's homeless right here in town.
Right.
So it's just, I'm just kind of done.
Dang. Okay. Well, let me ask you this, Miss Teresa. If I guess, would you sell this to me on seller finance?
And owner financing?
Yes, ma'am.
Possibly.
Okay. Yeah, because the way I'm looking at it, I think the challenge is a lot of times when I go in these different states and I go to kind of change some things. Of course, I always got to deal with the county, and they're gonna give me permits. I gotta do.
Right.
A lot of times.
And this is a little city, a little incorporated city.
Right.
It's an enclave city from the city of Houston, and so you would be dealing with
the city
building department here in the city of Humboldt.
Right. Yeah, and they always have red lines and red tapes and everything for me. It will help me out so much if I can, just pay along the way. That way I can, if it's something, because it's always something that holds the process up. I try to have a timeline on when I'm gonna have stuff done, and when I'm dealing with cities and counties and stuff like that. Sometimes it doesn't go to plan because they take their own sweet time of doing things.
They drag their feet. Like, what are you thinking about doing with it?
I'm thinking about putting a house there, possibly.
So tearing it down and okay.
Yeah, that's probably be the best move for me.
What kind of a down payment are you talking about?
Good question. What kind would you want? You're giving me the ability
I don't know.
to.
I hadn't thought about the owner financing until you asked me about it, but I've certainly done it before, so it's not something that's foreign to me. So,
how much do you normally get on your other properties that you sell?
Well, to be real honest with you, he was the one that always handled that.
Okay.
And so this would be the first time I have done an owner finance.
Okay.
Okay. And I've got, without him.
Right.
And so I don't know. I'd have to kind of go back in some of those old records and see what he charged, what percentage he expected.
Right.
So if you could give me till a little right after Thanksgiving, I can go into those folders and kind of see what he did in the past.
Right. Okay.
And like, how many years are you thinking about?
Well, I always just want to get it as long as I can. It just gives me the ability to do so much. But I'm not sure what's comfortable with you. But when you want to be paid off for this.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the way I kind of look at it, kind of more likely, I would say it depends on you. You're giving me the ability to do so much. I would just hate to come into the bank of Teresa and make demands about what I want. I'd rather, since you're lending this to me, essentially, loaning me this for the most part, I would actually what's your loan criteria.
Okay. Let me get a pen really quick. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, it would cost you that much. Okie dokie. Let me get a name, a phone number, and let me get into those folders and see what kind of information I can pull up. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Jamar.
Jamar. Okay, and phone number?
Yes, it's.
Down payment.
Why would on a finance make sense to you on this?
That's not something that's foreign to me because we've done that in the 2 other homes that we had, and that was one of the reasons he did that, because we actually started out with rental property here.
Right.
That we were renting, and then he got cancer, and right before he died, he said, I don't want you to have to deal with rental property, and so he said, I'm going to, the current renters want to need to own a finance, and so that has given me an additional source of monthly revenue.
Yeah, that's awfully
besides I had teacher retirement, and he had retirement, and but that gave me another source of income. So let me, I've got you on my refrigerator. Let me wait and see until after Thanksgiving, and I can begin this file and see what we're talking about.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And I'll follow back up.
So if you haven't heard from me by kind of maybe Tuesday of next week, give me a call back.
I can do that.
Okay.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, sounds good.
Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See this right here? We dropping the mic. We
How you feel about that one, huh?
We dropping the mic on this one.
How you feel about that bad boy, huh?
It's cool. I know the person I'm calling leads for, they do a lot of land, or they mess with a lot of land. So I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to be able to do this creatively. Just buying it creative. I'm not sure her terms. That's good. She's gonna get back to me with her terms. Hopefully, it's not too crazy. She wants $78,000 for it. Long as you're able to cash flow, you're able to do something with it. I don't see any problem with it. I think developer or anybody would kind of be happy. I'm seeing prices in the 300s, 400s area. So maybe this could be something.
You asked a lot of good questions, right? A lot of them. And so many, I don't even know where to start. But there's one question I want to ask you. Why'd you ask, right? She already agreed to the deal, right? Some owner finance. You asked her, why do you want to do this?
Why does it make sense for her?
Yes. Why'd you ask that question?
I wanted to make sure she's not, backing out. She's not just saying yes to me on what's her name. So I wanted to get in front of that right now. So by asking her, why does this even make sense? And she tells me, well, I've done this plenty of times. The way my husband, he set it up. So she's familiar with getting cash every month on her properties without dealing with renters and everything. Also, she said this was a headache for her, and she's just ready to be done with it. So I knew that was another way that she would like it too, because I knew she told me about her other seller finance. I knew it would make more sense to buy at seller finance than fighting with her over cash prices.
I mean, you got into the pain so quickly, right? Wasn't it quick, Carlos? You busted the pain right open.
I don't even want to make another call after that, man. we just got to talk about this call, man.
It was just okay.
We just got to sit down and talk about this call. My head is like, my head just, I just went to a master class. Notes that I got here. The very, very opening of the call, right? The intro, you use your pattern interrupt that you use quite so often. Hey, would you hang up on me? That immediately got her to chuckle. What was the thought process behind that when you decided to open up like that?
I think she came on the phone. So when I say, hey, Teresa, I think what her name was. I said, hey, Teresa. She said, hey. She was very excited. So I couldn't hit her with that. I'm a real estate investor. I take it you want to hang up on me. So I couldn't hit her that aggressive because she's so nice. So because she was so pleasant, I decided to switch it up. And I was like, okay, not necessarily worried about her upsetting her. I just want to fill her out. So I say, if I'm an investor, would you hang up on me? And she says no. Then I'm like, well, yes, I'm an investor. And apparently she thought that was so funny. A lot of times, even with that, a lot of people chuckle or laugh at that. But she thought it was so funny. So I knew I had somebody I had some kind of rapport with starting off from the get go. Mm-hmm.
Well, the and this is the piece I really want you, if you could break this down for me, because I was sitting here listening to it, and you know, I was listening, like in my head, I was like, all right, this is what I probably would have did on this call, or if I was hit with that, right? So from the jump, she told you about the property, right? She said, boom, it's her husband's property. It's his pride and joy, right? And he passed. So in the very beginning, I was like, oh, dang, my condolences. I immediately thought that in my head. And you literally skipped past that. You didn't say, you was like, oh, I think you said something to the nature of, oh, sorry to hear that. But, most people, my condolences, or they try to they kind of make it, I don't want to say make it awkward, but they just jump into the whole condolence thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You later on revisit the whole husband piece, right? In a manner where it's not like how everybody does it, where, oh, my condolences. I mean, when did he pass, or stuff like that, right? You pretty much started to have her talk. So what's my note here? You asked the question, hey, I mean, this seems like your husband's pride and joy or something like that. You just gonna give it up like that?
Mm-hmm.
And what was your thought process behind all of that? Because she literally just opened up even more when you asked that question.
Mm-hmm. So the reason I don't necessarily go into, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't want to insult her by doing that. I'm a stranger. A lot of times I go, man, that's rough, and that sounds rough. I don't go into the how you dealing with it type thing unless it pertains to the house. That's the only time I go. If it doesn't pertain to the house, I don't touch on it. I can't tell you how many people I jumped on the phone with that they were so refreshed that I didn't try to play on that. They were happy. Kyle heard it before, that the lady was thanking me that I didn't try to play on her emotions about someone dying, because that's where most people go. I'm so sorry to hear that. How are you dealing with it? And I'm a total stranger. And in her mind, she's gonna go, well, what do you care? So I didn't play on that. So my thing of how I want to play on the emotion part is just, hey, how does this selling, because it sounds like it's emotional, somebody died or whatever, how are you gonna live with letting this go? That's why I want to find out, how does the emotion connect to the house, or if it's any emotions to the house or to the property. So that's why I went that route.
Yeah, because I was sitting here and I was like, dang.
And then she kept talking too. So some people say, well, my husband died. And then it is awkward right there. But she kept talking. She kept elaborating more on it. So I didn't feel the need to even go that route or saying I'm sorry or whatever.
Yeah, because she literally started to go. And I think you said something to the nature of, like, hey, sounds like you have a lot of memories there. And then you literally, I feel as if, took her down a trip of memory lane on the experiences that she has had with this property, and also like, hey, why she needs to get it reminded her of why she wants to sell it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was another great part. The acting, man, you might be the new Denzel.
Did you see it? Did you see it? I didn't know if you seen it.
You might be the new Denzel, man. When you asked her the owner finance question, he was like, huh, you ever thought about owner financing this? And I was like, this man is such an actor, because she literally just felt like right into you ever seen people do the trust fall? She literally just trust fall right into your hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
And was like, yeah.
I never
So
thought of that.
what was the science behind this, man?
Well, if you can't act, you can't sell. So
Mm.
in that point, I want to struggle a little bit to ask that question. I want to I want to hear her see me struggle, and I want her to help me. So that was the point of it. Let me struggle to ask this question, make it seem like it's hard for me to ask her. And you ever just nonchalant? You ever thought about selling this seller finance? And she, what? Well, yeah. I didn't think about it till you said something.
Hey man, real question, man. When you moving to Hollywood, man, you gotta go.
Nah, I gotta join uh the cult being Hollywood. Here's a
You gotta
secret
go.
society out there.
Illuminati.
Yeah, Illuminati. That's what I heard.
What's
But
the
yeah, you
other?
did a great job on that. You did a real good job on that.
Why didn't you push her on terms?
What do you mean?
So because I hear I listen to a lot of people calls. I listen to a lot of people who gurus, experts, and stuff like that. And I hear a lot of them in that moment where she gave you the terms piece, right? And you was like, hey, what would you be interested in? And she was like, hey, I got to go see what my husband did in the past with certain stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I see other people probably would have pushed to be like, how much would you take right now, or stuff like that. Why wouldn't you? Why didn't you push the envelope to see if she will give you a number instead of waiting?
Well, I got her on board right now. I'm saying this conversation, not to push too much. She's already saying she's gonna come back to me with numbers. I don't want her. I want the ball to be in her court right now. It's in her court and not in mine. So you see, most seller finance, they tell you, well, go back, Carlos, figure out the numbers, and just let me know what you're thinking, or send it over the email. Already had her on board with her going back, because she tried to ask me, well, what would you give me for a down payment? And I don't know if you guys seen the acted too. I go, well, that was a good question. Well, what would you want for a down payment?
Tossed it right back to her.
Toss it back to her. And she goes, I don't know. Well, let me ask you this. Well, what were you getting on your other properties of seller finance? Keep it in her lap.
And let's speak to that a little bit, because I know we got more content that we're gonna drop on like objections and stuff like that, right? You said Kyle said you tossed it right back on her. You said you put it right back on her lap, right? Many people get objections and they feel as if like you didn't justify anything on this call, right? Many people, whether it be what's the price, we feel as if most investors feel as if they have to justify, right? Why they're doing this, why they're doing that, and all that other stuff. And your whole thing was, she asked you, hey, what would you offer, essentially, or what down payment would you give? You literally reversed it on her and put it back in her lap. So now she has to come up with that answer, because it's all about her at the end of the day. So like, can you talk a little bit more on that, on like the power behind that of putting the question back into the seller's lap?
Well, I want her to sell herself on selling it to me. I don't want to sell her on selling it to me. That's why I circle back around. Why does it even make sense for you to do this? Because I need her to sell herself on it. So I threw out seller finance, and I was just throwing it out to see what I can catch. And she said yes to it. Now, that's me kind of throwing it out to her. And she, making some sense of, now I need to double down on it. Why does it even make sense for you to accept something like that? Because you say you wanted 79 cash. now you're going to create a finance. Why does that even make sense? And she tells me why it makes sense for her. So she sold on seller finance because she knows why she wants to take it. She didn't go, oh, I don't know. I mean, it sounds good right now. You know, those all wishy-washy words for her to in the future back out. But she knows definitively why she's taking it. I don't have this. It's pretty much in the book. She sold on seller finance.
Ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
You want to jump on another one, or what do you want to do?
This is a master class here, man. I guess my last question: what do you think you could have done? Is there anything that you feel as if you could have done better, or anything that you missed on this call?
So yeah, when I got the pain, when she started telling me about her husband and why it's just such a pain, she told me it was couple months she couldn't even look at the property. Somebody's doing something else to the property, and I started bringing up these emotions. I should have asked her something around how would it feel for you to be done with this? Man, what would that look like if you was just done with this? Like, get her to think about once it's sold, how would she feel? Maybe the relief or whatever. So I think that's a spot I missed out on.
Wow.
To get her picture selling it being done, out of her way. She don't have to look at it. She don't have to worry about it. She talked about people stealing stuff out of it, her having to put security up, and somebody taking it and doing something else with it. All these problems she having with the property. Mm-hmm. That's why I should have went.
Yeah, man. This is a dope call, man.
Yeah, it was a good call.
I got to go follow up behind that.
You got one more in you?
Oh, of course, man. I'm too competitive. You didn't. You don't perform like that. I gotta find something.
What you got?
What number are you on?
She was
82.
82. Yeah, let me.
You skipped the ones before that, right?
Yeah, they were what did I say it was? One of the properties were
a school or something like
school or something like yeah. So
I'm about to see what 78 is hitting for.
I think that was the school. Google Maps and see what that was. I skipped it for a reason.
Look like a
Oh no! I didn't get an answer. That's what it was. 78. She didn't pick up. Maybe she'll pick up for you. I don't know. It went straight to voicemail.
Okay, I'll just try it. I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
Big homie. Hey, what's going on, big homie? You know, Carlos.
Huh? 71.
Hey, what's going on, big dog? You trying to sell your property?
Mm-hmm.
Watch him.
Yeah, that's dope. Tell on that's dope.
You ain't gonna find no one more comfortable than Los on the phone.
Please leave your message for.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, that's what I got. Straight to voicemail.
Hey, back up the screen a little bit.
It's
like super tight for some reason.
What do you mean?
Please leave your message for.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, even with prime time, you get that. You get a lot of voicemails. You get a lot of people don't pick up the phone. The only thing you can do is try again. Try again.
Tuesday. Oh, so we're gonna be on Thursday, huh?
Got it. Nope. Holiday.
Holiday. Okay. So this is the
You
last
have,
one.
you have a call on holidays? How do you feel
Huh?
about holidays? Do you call on some holidays?
I'm gonna send a few texts on holidays. And if somebody seems like they're ready, I'll jump on a call with them. But I'm gonna give some people a break for us to calling. They won't get a break on text.
Anthony, what's going on, man?
It's all right.
Hey, my name is Carlos. You don't happen to be Anthony Davis, the basketball player, are you?
Nah.
I'm just kidding. Hey, reason for my call, man. One of my partners, they pretty much told me, I guess you had a plot of land or a house that you were thinking about selling. I just wanted to see if you probably, I mean, you must have already sold it, haven't you?
No, I haven't sold it yet.
Okay. This is a good time for us to discuss on it, or should I?
We can talk about it.
Okay, what's going on with it, man?
Just house too damn big, trying to downsize, tired of paying taxes.
I mean, you always got to pay taxes, man.
Yeah, but you see, in Harris County, when I built it, I didn't know because I had a 2,000 square foot house on the lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it got damaged during the storm.
Okay.
The hurricane. So I said, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna build a new house. So I built a brand new 5,000 square foot house. Well, my taxes went. Once you go over 3,000 square foot in Harris County, you go in a different tax bracket.
Okay.
My taxes were $1,200 a year.
Okay.
Now I pay $10,000 a year.
Jeez. That's easy money, man. That's easy money.
Yeah, but I mean, I ain't got no mortgage or nothing, but I just hate paying that much money to the county. And plus my mother-in-law moved in with us now, and I'm gonna build a new house to kind of accommodate her because kind of like we got her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so she for sure living with you full time, huh?
Yeah, she's been here for 3 years now. Yeah, ain't nobody else taking her ass.
Oh, wow.
I'm kind of like, they're like, well, you got the means, you can take care of her, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Hey, man, family ain't nothing, man. They always trying to find somebody to put the elderly on, man.
So, I ain't no big deal. But that house has a guest bedroom downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to build, when I build the new house, I'm going to build her mother-in-law quarters.
How does that,
her own bathroom and everything.
How does that house, I guess, not accommodate her and whatever she got going on?
Well, because the guest room, you basically got to walk past the bathroom and through the laundry room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not through the laundry room. The laundry room is like a big open mud room, basically, when you come in the garage, right? But you got to walk through that to get to that guest room.
Okay.
I built it as a guest room. That means you come and stay and you hurry and get your ass out. I didn't make it a comfortable room to live in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a guest room. You come over, you stay the night, you gotta go home. But it ain't turned out that way.
All right. It sounds like you got another lifetime partner in the house, man.
Yeah, and then plus now, we had another son move out,
He graduated college. He moved out.
Congratulations.
I got 2 more kids. One in the 11th grade going to graduate this year, early graduation. And my daughter's in the 10th grade. I mean, so we got kids moving out, and basically we're just trying to downsize. That's all I'm trying to do. I mean, I built the house. The house is over the top. I mean, straight up.
So when you say over the top, right? Well, let me step back real quick because I mean, I just had a conversation like this, right? It's very similar. None of you got a couple of kids that graduated and some going to college and stuff like that. I mean, none of them ever thought about just taking over the property and I guess, managing it or something like that?
Nah, I'm just gonna sell it so I can use the money. I already told my kids when I die, they ain't getting nothing. I'm spending all my money my damn self. I work for it. I'm spending it.
And man, the good books say a man must leave an inheritance for his children. Man, you don't believe in that, huh?
I'm gonna leave them. Well, I own 4 houses.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave them a house, a land, 2 boats, 5 trucks, but no money.
Okay.
I mean, that's, I mean, they know that. You know what I'm saying? I tell them that shit all the time. When I die, ain't gonna be no money in the bank. I'm spending all that shit right now.
Hey, I don't blame you.
And all that shit, time for me to enjoy my money.
I don't blame you. So, my man, what I'm kind of hearing from you, man, is you got you a lifelong partner that you gotta accommodate, right? And then now you got taxes and stuff. That's increased. Now, let me ask you this: with all the over-the-top repairs and stuff that you did to this,
No, I didn't do no repairs. It's a brand new house. I built it brand new from the ground up in 2019.
Okay, so it's brand new house, right? No crazy additions and stuff to it.
Yeah, no, I tore down the old house and built a brand new house.
Okay.
I mean, I got 9 tons of air in it. It's got all spray foam insulation in it. It's got 2 master bedrooms. Every bedroom, it's got 5 bedrooms. Every bedroom has a walk-in closet. It's got a 40-gun safe built in the wall in the downstairs master. It's got a theater room over the garage. I mean, it's got central vacuum system. I mean, a living room upstairs, a living room downstairs. The master bedroom upstairs, just the room itself, is 16 foot wide, 35 foot long. And that's got its own bathroom and own walk-in closet separate from that room. It's my daughter's room, basically. She has like a living room inside of her bedroom, a sitting area,
So I find it hard to believe, man. You built this from the ground up 2019, and you just letting taxes push you to sell this, man.
I haven't been upstairs in that house in I don't know how long. That theater room, everybody talks about a theater room. Dude, I've been in that theater room about 5 times. I got an 86-inch QTV up there, but hell, in the downstairs living room right by the kitchen, I got a 77 on the wall. Why the hell I need to go upstairs? I mean, it's just, when the kids move out, it's just going to be too much house to take, too much to take care of. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm trying to downsize, and plus, what I want to do is, I want to build more like a barn dominium style. My new house is more like a barn dominium. Because I got an $80,000 bathtub. We got a freaking, I got a damn $60,000 pontoon boat, that I want to, cover and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You looking to adopt more kids?
Do what?
You looking to adopt more kids?
Hell no.
Hey, I was about to submit myself, man.
Get rid of my kids. I got two grandbabies. One's 2 years old and one's about 5 months old. They're the only kids that's coming to my house.
I feel it.
These other houses to help my kids.
Okay.
Like, because ain't nothing worse. I got friends. They got grown 30-year-old kids living with them. Fuck that. I help my kids buy a house. you'd be like, well, man, that's so nice. No, it's smart. That made a motherfucker never move back to my house. He got his own goddamn house.
Hey man, I love it. You once you kick the little eagle chick out of the nest, they can't come back. I love it.
That's it. I mean, so if you help them get a house, I mean, it's theirs. And see, I mean, I've been fortunate enough the last 30 years, I've never had to rent a house.
Exactly.
I mean, 30 years ago, I bought a house, and then for the last 20 years, every 5 years, I built a brand new house.
Okay. Oh,
Brand new house every 5 years.
hey, Anthony, can I be upfront with you now?
And I'll tell you why I built it. This house I live in right now.
Okay.
I got $130,000 in this house. And right now, the tax thing I just got says it's worth $545.
Okay.
So what I do is, if you sell a house and you build a new house, you got to live in it at least 2 years, or you got to pay capital gains tax on that money.
Exactly.
The last house I sold for fucking $420,000, and I come build this house for $130,000. You see what I'm saying?
So, Anthony, can I be upfront with you, man?
Yeah.
I hear a lot of things from this conversation, man. And one of the things that stand out to me the most is you still living in the house, you waiting on kids to leave. So you you're not even in a place to make a decision on selling this house today, are you?
No, hell no. You got the money, I'll move out tomorrow. I got 4 other houses, I told you.
Okay.
Cash talks and bullshit walks. Actually, I'm going to look at a lot in the morning.
Okay.
Because I already told my wife, no matter if we sell this house or not, I'm starting a brand new house in January.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I told her, you know, we tried to list it with a real estate company, but this is what happened. You basically got to move the hell out. I'll be honest with you.
How so?
Well, because you can't have dogs on the property. The whole lot is fenced in.
Mm-hmm.
I spent $27,000 on fence and 3 power gates. Okay, the whole 1.6 acres fenced in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, and then plus my mother-in-law's in the house. I can't have somebody come look at the house with my mother-in-law in it. And she's 75. It ain't like I can just say, "Hey, go out to the fucking shed." You know what I mean? It's not that easy for me to list it with a real estate agent for that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure realtors can find ways to, I guess, accommodate you. You ain't come across nobody?
Well, I talked to another one, but I'll be straight up. She was greedy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I told her straight up, she said, "What you want for the house?" I said, "Well, I want, I said, I'm happy with $400K.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's $400K. She's like, "But your house is," and last year was worth like $565. She's like, "Your house is worth $565, and there's comps, you know, within a mile or two of the same, but yours has more square footage."
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm happy with 4. She's like, "But why? Why would you want to lose that money?" I said, "I'm not losing no fucking money." I said, "You don't understand. This is what I want. I want to be able to sell it. Somebody move it with equity in their pocket, and they'd be good." Well, she didn't want to agree to no shit like that. I know why. Because another $150K is fatter in her pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, because they work on commission. I understand that, you know, which really I don't give a shit. You know, like I told her, I don't give a damn if I sell it or not. It don't cost me nothing but taxes every fucking year. That's all it costs me. I got no mortgage on the property, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, a lot of people find it hard to believe that the house is 3 years old with no mortgage on it. But I build houses for a living.
So you saying you willing to take a haircut on this, just to avoid taxes? And
man, I'm just wanting. I mean, dude, it's. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate fucking paying Harris County that money. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I could take that money and do other shit with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, I don't mind paying. You know, I own another house at the end of the street in the same neighborhood. Taxes are $585. I mean, I pay that like it ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, to stroke $10,000 fucking dollars out for something that I already own.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying here, right?
Yeah.
So I got to, and see, with property tax, You can't fight it. You can't fight it.
It's like death, man. You can't fight that either.
Yeah. So you can't fight it. So I look at it this way. I work too hard to give my goddamn money away.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna beat the system on my next house. See, because I learned in the state of Texas, if you put your house in somebody's name that's 65 years old, you ain't gotta pay no school tax, partner. You only gotta pay the bare property tax. See, it ain't the property tax that's killing me. It's the school tax.
Okay.
Because here's what you got. Property tax in Harris County is $3,500 on a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the school tax is $7,000.
Jeez.
You got to pay school tax in the state of Texas till you're 65 years old. No way around it. That's the law. Well, see, now since I know that law, my mother-in-law's building a brand new house. You feel me?
Exactly. Oh, I get it. But I guess
I've been in business 30 years, and I know there's always a loophole and a way to get around something.
Mm-hmm.
But I finally found it with this Harris County tax shit. Yeah, it ain't the property tax; it's the school tax that hate paying. No, I did. My kids don't go to school. I just think, why is it double? I think to me it should be the same as your property tax.
Mm-hmm.
If the county says your house is worth, you got to pay $3,000. Well, why don't the school say you got to pay $3,000? No, the school say you got to pay double what your property tax is.
okay. So
do you own any houses in Texas?
right now, that's why I'm calling you. I'm trying to make this my first one.
I'm being honest. That's how Texas is. So if you buy a house, if you ain't 65, you got to pay them school tax.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line. And see, my new house, none of my mother-in-law lives with me, right? And my wife's going to own. It's going to be, she's her sole beneficiary. She has all rights. So I'm building my new house in her name.
Okay.
That way, I ain't got to pay them goddamn school tax no more.
So, in a perfect world, man, if we were able to, I guess, get rid of the school taxes and all that other stuff, and all the taxes, period, you move and build this house. How does this help you out overall?
Well, it helps me out because I downsize on the house.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps me out there, okay? And my new house, I'm going to build a big garage to accommodate all my toys.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I got an $80,000 boat sitting outside. I got a $60,000 pontoon sitting beside it outside.
Mm-hmm.
I got enough. I can build a big-ass garage right there, but then that's just going to add a little bit more to the taxes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got a smaller house and bigger non-heated, non-living space, they don't tax you as hard. So I learned some loopholes in this situation. I just the house is just a lot to keep up. Straight up. You got to clean 5,000 square feet. It's a lot. Straight up.
Okay. Anthony, what I want to do, man, is you've given me a lot. I want to sit down and actually take a look at this to figure out, like.
And if you Google it, if you Google the property, the little gray house, that's the old house. It's gone. That house is no longer there.
Okay.
It's the big yellow house and all the property.
Okay.
Because a lot of people Google it and they'll call me and be like, man, you want to sell your house? I said,
how much is this worth?
You looked it up. They're like, yeah. I said, well, did you look up the tax value? They'll be like, well, why? I said, because I don't want you to say an offer and really embarrass yourself. Because when I buy something, I look at everything. I buy property all the time,
mm-hmm.
And all that shit. And I do my research before I take somebody an offer. Because, here late in the last 2 years, somebody had a lot that was worth $10,000 for 20 years. Now all of a sudden they want $80,000 for it. And I tell them straight up, look, your property didn't go up that much. But people's been selling lots for that. For 20 years, the lot ain't worth $5,000, $10,000. Now all of a sudden there's a boom and they think they can get 40 times the money for the lot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
290.
I mean, I mean, when I buy property, I do my research and all that shit because
About three.
I want a piece of property.
360. You got one about 360. You got one pending right behind it for 300.
I paid $40,000 for this fucking lot.
But you got one sold down the street for 360.
Okay.
This is what happened. It's a big ass neighborhood, $1 million houses. Man said, I got a lot, 40 grand, man, right by the edge of the bridge, man. Nice 2-acre lot. I said, fuck, man, that's, hell, there's $1 million houses in there. I could build a 3,000 square foot house. I can get $700-800K for it easy.
Okay.
Well, the guy brings me everything. All you gotta do is go to Guadalupe. Here's the application for the building permit. Here's this. Here's that. I'm like,
got another pending.
I found a lot, right? So I go down to the county. I bring my wife over there. We draw the house on the lot. I draw the house with paint.
Okay.
His biggest concern is taxes.
Down to the county.
You can save taxes if you buy it creatively.
Have you done a survey yet? I said, well, I got this old survey. He goes,
I couldn't hear y'all.
submit this. You need to do a survey.
One of his big concerns is taxes. If you buy it creatively, he's not going to have to worry about taxes.
I said, okay. And he called me.
Hold on, say that again.
One of his concerns is taxes. If you buy it creatively, you won't have to worry about taxes.
Did you know that this is a drainage lot? I said, what? I said, well, I know it's in a floodplain because it's around the Guadalupe River. But not only is it in the floodplain, but it's a drainage lot for the floodplain of the neighborhood.
Exactly.
So you can't build on a drain field for a neighborhood.
Okay.
I can. The guy was telling me, he goes, if you want, you can go to the Army Corps of Engineers. So I called him. Army Corps of Engineers told me, you pay us $42,000. We'll go out there and we'll resurvey. We'll do a study on the lot and see if you can put your house on one of the acres and we'll leave the other acre for that. I said, okay. So I'm saying, okay, I'll have 80,000, but then the guy tells me, he said, well, just because we do this survey and you pay us, don't mean we're going to overturn it. I said, what? I said, hold on. You just said if I give you $42,000, you'll resurvey. He said, I'm telling you, we might and we might not overturn it. I said, so if I give you 40 grand, it don't mean that you're going to help me either way or another. He said, we never know till we go out there. I say, you know what? Fuck that. So I own a piece of dirt in New Braunfels. And ever since that day, dude, I've researched every damn piece I buy.
I get it. So, Anthony, I'm scratching my head here, man, and I'm trying to just really get a good understanding on this. You saying the realtor said you could sell it for $565, right?
Yeah, this is county right now. My county taxes, you can look them up. It's $545,000. I just got the bill.
Okay.
That's what the county's saying it's worth.
Okay.
That's what it's worth. Okay, straight up. There's other houses. Okay, in this neighborhood, there's a house in the back on the water that sold last year for $1.1 million. But that house is on the water.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you got a house on the water, of course it's going to go for more. Well, now there's 3 brand new houses back there that are selling for like $390, $385 a block from the water. Okay, they're about 2,300 square feet. Right?
Okay.
Well, there's a neighborhood right next door to it, Settlers Landed. Every house in there is $500 to $3 million, right next door. That's why I bought this lot in this older neighborhood, because I knew property value was going to go up because of the bigger houses, right next door. Anytime you got property, that big, it brings everything up within a mile or 2 radius. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So
because there is some houses in the neighborhood, but that's what's happening now. Is since the property value is going up, they can't afford the taxes. So Harris County's going in there and condemning them and tearing them down and auctioning off the lots.
that's crazy. Anthony, let me ask you this question, man. I'm trying to get a better understanding here. So, like, you own this free and clear. You don't need to sell this and stuff like this, right? You're gonna build you're gonna build a house anyways, right? Your main issue is just the taxes, right?
Well, my taxes for my mother-in-law. I mean, the bottom line is my mother-in-law.
Exactly.
Because she's got to come out of the guest room and walk through, to get in, and then, she's basically got to get dressed to come to the bathroom.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I got to accommodate her.
So what's the time frame on you building that other house? And what do you, I guess, what would you need to, I mean.
I'm going to look at a lot. Okay, that big house, I built that big house right there in 6 months, and I worked every day. I did it on the weekends. I had my plumbers there as soon as I got the roof on it. I mean, see, I got friends in all the business.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So 6 months time frame, you could probably turn and build that other house, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
If there's a way, hypothetically speaking, right? If there's a way, I guess we could purchase this house where you don't have to worry about the taxes. Would you be open to that?
What do you mean purchase? So I ain't got to worry about the taxes. You want to buy it straight out, or what are you talking?
I'm just looking at. I'm just thinking real quick, and I'm like, would you possibly even consider it? I know you probably won't. Holding the note on this.
And will y'all make me payments?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, how much cash up front and how much payments? I mean, that's
It's your bank, man. I think that'd be.
But I know what my bank is, but I don't know what your bank is. See, there's a difference.
I guess. what would you need? I
can't come up. Okay, how long do you want to carry it for? That's the question.
Well, I like to hold it as long as I possibly can, but how long would you be comfortable holding it?
I wouldn't want to go longer than 5 years. I'll be honest with you. Because anything can fucking happen. I like to have my money, because I took money out of my pocket and do it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't use nobody's money. I used my own money.
Oh, trust me, I get it.
And basically, here was my deal. As soon as I sold the house, I had the new house built within 60 days because I have all the cash right now. And I already got all the manpower. I got 60-some guys that work for me. So
essentially, you need well, not necessarily that you need. You would prefer to have the cash to build that other house.
Yes. But how much would you say if we done something like that? How much would you put down? You know what I'm saying?
How much would you need down to? I guess, what would you need down to build that other house?
And me financing. Hell, would you be comfortable with $100K?
100K?
Or is that too rich for you? And we structured over 5 years, but that'd still be some high-ass payments.
100K, man. I could probably end up buying a whole new other house with 100K.
Well, yeah, but you ain't getting a house that's worth 500K though. 100K, you buy a house that's worth about 120K, 130K. Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. So
100K, you do a deal with somebody, you might get about 160 out of the house.
So
So
if I were able to do 100K, 5 years is still the longest you would think about holding this.
How 100K? How long would you want to go? I'm not going to 30 years. 30 motherfucking years, a lot of shit can happen. I could die, anything. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't about to die, man. You out here building houses and stuff. Come on, man. You got pontoon boats. Hey, man, you living a rich life.
My son tried to tell me the other day. Matter of fact, the other day he's like, "Dad, you need to buy a Rolls Royce." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Dad, you be living the dream." I live the dream. I work every day. Well, I really don't work, because I love what I'm doing. I go fishing all over the wall. That's my dream. I told him, I said, "That's my dream, son. My kids are grown. I just want to fish every day and work here once in a while."
Exactly. So you living stress free. So you ain't dying no time soon, man. So
I don't stress about nothing.
Exactly. You don't want to do 30. I guess what's the max that you would do?
The max I'd want to do is about 10, honestly.
About 10 years?
Yeah, and I'd have to probably put one of my kids on it just in case something happened.
Oh,
Make
for
the
sure.
money can't, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I mean, I don't know which kid, but one of them.
Yeah, one of them. So,
I mean, because that's still some. I mean, you know. I mean, hell, that many years. I mean,
hey, and I need you to be upfront and honest with me, man. If I were to say, if I were to ask, would you think about doing 50K down with the 10-year time frame? Would you tell me to go kick rocks?
with 50K.
Mm-hmm.
How about we meet in the middle?
I'm not good with. I don't know what the middle of that is, man. What's the middle?
75. If I say 100 and you say 50, the middle of that's 75 all day.
Man, you got all the pontoon boats. You already rich, man. Let me be rich too. I'm just kidding. How about 65, man?
Okay, from 400K.
Huh, you don't even got to think about it right now. Just sit down,
I mean,
think about it.
That's and what interest rate?
What interest rate will make you sell it to me, man?
I mean, because technically, right now, I mean, with 65K down, if I sold it to you for 400, that leaves, you know, that'll put that. If I took that, divided that by 120 months, it's 10 years. That puts the house payment at about $2,800 a month. That's with no interest.
Okay, that don't work for you?
No. I'm just talking numbers. We talking numbers. You know, you want to talk numbers? We talking numbers.
Exactly.
You know, I'm a number man. I mean, you know, when it comes to numbers, I'm a number man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And yeah, for sure. So, Anthony,
I got a question about that.
Go ahead.
Okay. Say we do the deal at 65, and I finance it for 10 years. I need a stipulation that I can live in the house for 6 months till I finish building my other one. Would that be?
I don't necessarily see nothing wrong with that. I could check in with the team.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, that way I wouldn't have to put somebody out of one of my other houses, technically.
Exactly. Anthony,
I got a smaller house. I rent month to month for just in case people act stupid. Oh yeah, I ain't got to take the money this month. Get the hell out.
Exactly. And you know, this ain't a decision you got to make today, man. You know, we just chatting and stuff like that, right? So, you know, you could take some time, talk to the wife, talk to the kids, all that stuff to think about it.
To her about shit. I mean, I do all the business.
Okay.
When I bought this land in this old house, she wanted him in Texas. She was in our house in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
See, because I got a house in New Mexico. I got a house in Virginia. I mean, you know, so she gonna go. Hey, she ain't leaving this meal ticket. I can tell you that, partner.
So let's say this, man. Let's do this, right? You think about everything that we pretty much discussed today, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna plug some numbers in to make sure everything makes sense too, and then we could jump back on the phone. Let's say Monday. That gives you time to eat a whole bunch of turkey and all that other stuff, right? And
I'm working a half a day on Thanksgiving. So.
Oh, dang. So that gives you time to think about everything, and then we could pick back up on Monday.
Yeah, because right now I'm trying to build out a neighborhood of 125 homes. So.
Okay.
I mean, because I like I told you, I build houses. I mean, and I got another one to start in Houston, probably in February, of 350 homes. Then I got 10 apartment buildings to go framing down Hammond, Louisiana.
Man, you're a busybody,
probably
man.
in 2 weeks. Yeah, I burned some trucks up. I got a 2020 Ford F-150. It's got 150,000 miles on it.
Yeah. Wow. But so, my man Anthony, I definitely appreciate the conversation today. Hopefully, on Monday we can work something out where it makes sense for both of us.
All right, that'll work.
That's cool.
That'll work. Yes,
All right, man. Talk to you Monday.
all right, thanks.
Bye.
Woo! Woo! That's a beautiful one. I said to myself when I heard Jay's first call, I was thinking, wow, that was good. That was good. But you just stepped up to the plate, Carlos. Man, how do you feel, man? That's a deal. It could
I'm not
be
satisfied. I'm not satisfied. I ain't do better. I feel as if I ain't do better than Jay's call because I ain't still a deal. You on mute? I think you're on mute, Doc.
Oh shit! You had a much harder seller than me. He's tough. He's savvy. He's an investor.
Yeah.
You know, everybody kind of shy away for those investors. You know, they're just like people.
Mm-hmm. That was a good fucking call. That was
Good
a good
property.
Call. Long as fuck, but it was a good call.
It was long as hell.
He's ready to go.
This dude, I couldn't help but laugh. Like I was trying to keep myself from laughing throughout the whole call.
Out the gate, he told you what his pain was out the gate. He's like, yo, I'm sick of fucking taxes. Blase, 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 blase. I mean, what was your thoughts on the call? You said you weren't satisfied.
I said I'm competitive, man. I wanted the agreements. I'm just playing. But
he's trying to lock it up on the first call.
That was my goal. That was my goal, but I couldn't. I didn't really see what the number, was. But overall, I think it was a good call. I think I could have condensed it a lot. I could have I don't want to say control because I don't feel as if I lost control. I kind of think he was one of those guys that wanted to talk, and my way of feeding his ego is letting him talk about himself. You know what I'm saying? Or stroking his ego was letting him talk about himself because that's what he wanted to do a lot, right? So, yeah, I think overall pretty decent call. I could have condensed it. I think I feel as if I challenged him a lot on yo, it don't make sense as to why you selling it, right? And that's where he came out. That second half was I'm gonna be honest with you, man. X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? So the first reason he gave me kind of was at the surface, and then by me challenging him a little bit more, he gave me a lot more on why he was why he wanted or needed to sell it.
Man, what I love about that is how you've doubled down and not let him get away with him saying just the taxes is the problem. I like how you hit it 2 or 3 times. Man, you letting Texas ring you out of this? And the more you said that, the more you dug, the more he told you about how sick of taxes he was. So this guy is ready to go just because he's sick of the taxes. He's so sick of the taxes that he's willing to lose just not to let the county win.
Exactly. And that's where I was you about to take $100 haircut? I mean, $100,000 haircut on this?
Yep. Even when you told him, even if something, the wife, the kids, you still got to wait on the wife, the kids. You still won't be, you really ain't ready to make a decision today. And he goes, Oh yeah, I am. Shit, if the money talks, so whatever he said, something like that. That was good. I like that. Man, you had rapport with him out of the gate. I forgot what you said on that intro. You had rapport with him right out of the gate. You got pain and rapport right out of the gate.
I said Anthony Davis or something like that.
Oh yeah, the Anthony Davis stuff. He was like, nah, yeah.
Laughing. You had him laughing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the part where he's accommodating the mother, what you asked him about, how does this decision is going to accommodate the mother? That was a heavy fucking question there. That was a heavy question.
Cause that was like, cause I felt as if he gave me like so many different many pain points as to why he would want to sell it and stuff like that. But I was just going through that process of elimination on trying to figure out which one do I pry on the most.
Well, I like the fact that you pried on both of them, not just one. You pried on the mother, and you asked him that same question too later on. So you got both the mother and you got him. So I thought that was a dope fucking call. The question you was asking was dope.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's ready to go. We got 2 ready to go. I think that's a good night.
That's a great night.
So. Right? 2 for 2.
That's a great night.
What you think, Kyle?
I think both of you guys did an amazing job. Amazing job.
That's it?
I mean, call would be even better if we could show it. On both addresses are up. That gotta come right down right now.
No. They gotta still skip trace the person, get the number.
You willing to risk 2 creative deals on it?
They still got to skip trace person, get the number.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they got to outdo Carlos. Yeah, they got to offer more money. That's fine.
I love the creative.
They're gonna price. They're gonna be like everybody else that's in real estate. They're gonna price themselves out of business.
I love the creativeness of the team.
Yeah, that's all that's gonna happen.
Okay. Well, we gonna do one more, or are we wrapping it up?
Nah, man, we are over an hour and a half into it, man. Let's start wrapping this down. We had 2 good ones today. Calls kind of went long. I would have liked to get another one in, but calls kind of went long. But that's because we locking shit down.
You can never tell how long a call is. Building that rapport.
Yep. A good fucking call, Carlos. Great fucking call.
Great call.
I need to go back and listen to yours, man. Yours was so dangerous.
She was a nice lady. Yours, you had a tougher guy. He's a talker. Then he's one of those, as everybody likes to say, dominant personalities. So, but I like that he's dominant when it comes to decision. He knows exactly what he fucking wants. And that's what made that call great, because he knows exactly what he fucking wants. And it helped out him being an investor. So when you offer creative, he already knew what you was talking about. He's playing it in his head how it makes sense to him.
Exactly.
Yep, good fucking call.
2 awesome calls. We're gonna wrap it up tonight. Thursday, there's gonna be Thanksgiving, so no calls Thursday. I guess we'll be back next Tuesday to start all over again. Wrap up hopefully 2 more. That's the goal. We're gonna drop down.
We appreciate everybody who chimed in. Again, if you have any sellers or anything that y'all need want us to talk to, feel free to hit any one of us up and jump live with us, and we'll. But I think this is another master there was so many gems dropped on both of these calls that everybody could learn. Share that good fancy stuff that you got to do. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
In the description, we'll leave some contact in case you guys want to reach out to us and throw a deal or come on the show.
Let go.
Let's go. We out. Peace.